time, Bradley. They moved my oh, shot through there, beautiful. This
Six in motion.
Got a rush on him. 40. Oh, look at this guy come back. He's gone. He's gone.
Thank God, he's long gone.
Jeez. How many yards was it? 49 yards.
48, 49. 48, 49.
That's it. One, John.
Oh, you might break it.
Well, oh, geez. Interception, they did. Shit, that guy there, you see it? He come back for the pass and just made a
32
I think he's yeah, 36 and stand two of them up there. Nobody there. Get a bounce. Get a bounce. Oh.
17. I don't have to give it fast, but give it fast. 35.
Don't rush for three plays up. They do about 8. First back through 40 on the ground. Good. Number 60. This way, and all the defenders are coming this way. He made a great turn, and he's quick. He's back on there. When he turned, he was gone. No way.
43.
Ooh, God. Get in the end zone. Nope, not gonna. Get out of bounds. Oh, boy. Well, I tell you, they've had all the breaks this afternoon. 36, right on the 35. There. Oh, I like that. We didn't need that. Oh! All right! All right! First back through. Put it in the air. First down. Still taking that pitch way back down. You can really get some good teams.
Oh, do it to him.
There's that screen. Oh, he knocked her down. Let's get some coverage here. Let's make some coverage. Good rule. Not too bad. Okay, at least that's the deepest we can.
She's the first time in where it's only 27 minutes.
Oh, is that right?
I lost her.
I was watching that. That effort didn't stick in. And again, inside your same player.
Plans with Kathy, and I have a feeling that he didn't get around to it. So there we go, same man play. Stop. It's your ball game.
42 right ahead. Oh, shit. 42. Still got an area number 9 picked up. I'd be surprised they come on. It's just 5 days.
Same damn play.
Third and long 6.
Come on, guys, right here.
Holy shit. They really come off the ball that time.
There it is. Come on, get him. Come on, get him.
Got it.
34 went in. He went in.
I could have run hard too. Right I need all that. Oh, God! No, I think they got it. We could have backed that. You can't start that beat. I wouldn't either, because you got to get good position. 4 minutes. Oh, jeez. Nice bounce, nice bounce. Oh. 46. You gotta get tough right here. 35. He made that tackle on the other end, now he's on this end. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe he's switching back and forth. I was trying to feel it. First man through 44. First back
they got? They're executing well.
They're doing a good job.
They're executing well.
Yeah, he messed it. No, right! That's what we needed right there. Let it go. Where do you want it? Hang on, baby. Okay, now.
We're about.
Yeah. Good run. Good call. Good run. He just put it down.
He lays down there and for the second time, and they got two.
32. There, first down. That's it. That's the game. That's the game.
They had it in 1 yard.
Yeah, I know. First down. And time also.
Territory right at about the 40-yard line. Make that about the 38-yard line.
We should see a lot of wide open football here tonight because neither one of these teams have a lot to lose.
Nothing to lose.
And Hall's looking for their first conference victory.
Both of them anxious to close out the season on a good note. The Mendota Trojans. Rutilio Artiega starts at quarterback after being injured last week. Ball is snapped. Call right through the middle, right off the bat. Getting the call was Keith Countryman. Countryman gets 3, 4, maybe 5 as he is up close to the 45. We'll make it about the 44-yard line. I'll cheat a little bit, make it the 44-yard line. Be second down coming up. Second down, about 5 yards to go. Trojans clad in the home purple tonight with the gold lettering. The gray pants. Ball is snapped. Artiega handing off left side. This is Osadnik. Todd Osadnik out to the left side. Spins. And is brought down just shy of the 50 at about the 49-yard line. He'll pick up the first down.
And he leads the Trojans in rushing with 417 yards going into this ball game.
Already a better sign for Mendota, Jim, because it took them until 41 seconds left in the second quarter in last week's game against Rochelle to even pick up a first down.
Well, the key for them is to get a good situation on second down, second and fourth, or second and third, so they can stay out of that passing situation because they don't do that too well.
You have a whistle.
And if they do get to that, Ray, the best bet for Artiega to throw would be stay within his limits of passing, not get out of his range. Throw like curl patterns and down and outs and some passes in the flat to his backs. Because we've seen him up here against Princeton, he was throwing deep sideline patterns and they were picked off almost every time.
Artiega brings him up to the line with a deuce backfield. Wingback tucked into the right side on 1st and 10. Football at the 49-yard line. Movement on the line, no flag yet. Man in motion coming left side, Worsley. Countryman the call up over the 50 to about the 51-yard line. John Countryman, or Keith Countryman, I'm sorry, for Mendota. 6 foot, 170-pound senior, and he has been a workhorse for Dean Loves this year.
Boy, is Hall stuffing that line. They had 8 men on the line that time, and they're really trying to stuff that run. Now, this is the kind of situation that Hall defense would like, about 2nd and 7.
Second down, about 7 yards to go. Trojans with a football just at the midfield stripe. Artiega with a long count this time. Ball is snapped and through the middle, getting the call. Countryman again, and he pulls his way over the 35 down to about the 33-yard line. I'm sorry, that was not Countryman, that was Todd Osadnik. Osadnik that time coming through the middle, and that's one key to the Mendota offense, is the fact that Artiega, with good hand control and good control of the football, can give you that good fake and can draw that defense either to the inside or to the outside. Tremendous part of the Mendota offense. First down for Mendota. All is snapped, and this is Countryman this time. He's over the 30 and down to about the 28-yard line. So Mendota's just taking it right at him. Banging the football down the field so far. Gain of about 6 on that play. Be second down. We'll call it a long 4. More than likely 5. Rutilio Artiega, the quarterback for Mendota, brings him up with a deuce backfield. Wing tucked into the right side. Single wide out to the left. Long count once again.
Counter.
Counter coming back. Worsley with some running room. Shakes the tackler over the 20, and he's down at about the 18-yard line. Eric Worsley coming back on the counter play. Worsley only a sophomore. We were talking before the game, Jim. You imagine putting Worsley in addition to that great sophomore team that they already have.
Oh, geez, I don't think anyone would touch him. And he has the longest run from scrimmage for a Trojan runner this year, 56 yards. I believe he had 2 of them in one game.
Handoff through the inside on first down. Scampers across the 15, and he's down to maybe about the 13-yard line. So the Trojans continue to hammer away here in the early going. All defense being backed up in a hurry. Osadnik that time going toward the left side. Todd Osadnik's really been a workhorse for this team this year. But Mendota has been most successful when they've been able to alternate and get good nights out of everybody in the backfield. Arteaga playing with a bad ankle. Recovered well, though, responded well to treatment this week. Here's Worsley, man in motion, and off through the middle, this is Countryman. Countryman is over the 10 to about the 9-yard line.
And Ray, talking about carries, Mendota has 177 rushing going into this game, an average of over 20 a game, and they've only averaged to pass the ball 6 times.
Mendota 2-6 overall on the season, 1-3, Southwest Division of the North Central Illinois Conference. The Hall Red Devils are 2-5 and 0-4. Similar teams, similar situations. Arteaga, the quarterback, on third down, and about 1.5 yards, maybe 2. Ball is snapped. Left side, he is running toward the goal line. Touchdown, Mendota Trojans. Keith Countryman on the left side that time. Really had only 2 men to beat toward the left side, and then struggled a little bit when he got to the 1-yard line, but took it over for the touchdown. And the Trojans draw first blood in this contest. It is 6-0.
Right now, the running 10 have Countryman and Osadnik. Countryman 5 carries, 28 yards. Osadnik 3 carries, 24 yards, right down the field.
Tremendous drive by the Trojans, and that has to put a smile on Dean Love's face on the sideline. Just the way he wanted to start out. He wanted to start out strong this evening. Here comes the kick on the way by Mike Cooper, and he drilled it. Mike Cooper with an outstanding kick. So with 6:22 left here in the first quarter of play, the Trojans are on the board. It's Mendota 7, the Hall Red Devils nothing.
Are you tired of throwing your hard-earned money away? Start saving money now on your ever-increasing energy bills with free energy from the sun. Call today for a no-obligation home energy evaluation.
The Trojans have drawn the first blood in the contest. It is 7-0. The Trojans taking the football and driving it right down the field, culminating with a Mike Cooper extra point kick. And Cooper now getting set to put the ball in the air at the 40-yard line. You know, Cooper is, I have the pleasure of knowing him personally. He's a young man that had that started out as the quarterback for Mendota this season and struggled a little bit at that quarterback position, and he will freely admit to you he is, well, I shouldn't say not that crazy about being a quarterback. He enjoys playing football, and he's that fine of a ball player, but he would much rather play at that end position, and they made the switch to Rutilio Arteaga. That seemed to throw a lot of life into the Mendota offense this year.
Well, I know the Coopers, too, and they're very generous, and I can see him moving the tight end, and he'd be the kind of man that would move the tight end to help the ball club. And Mendota has improved throughout the year.
Certainly has. Mike ready to put it up now at the 40-yard line. Single deep receiver now for Hall. Here's a ground ball, takes a hop over the shortstop. It's going to be picked up by an up man at the 20. This is Dominique to the right side. He decks a man at the 35-yard line.
And he's out at first.
He's brought down at about over the 35 to maybe the 36-yard line. Boy, he gave somebody the shoulder right at about the 35. Gave him the shoulder pad, just knocked him straight down, but then the second man trailing got him. Tim Dominy, good head of steam coming up the field to start it off for the Hall Red Devils, who have the football 1st and 10 in their own territory just ahead of the 35. Ron Starkey brings him up to the line. Deuce backfield, ball is snapped. Handoff coming to the right side this time. This is Mike Posey. Posey is up to about the 37-yard line. Posey banging it out to the right side. Looked like Keith Countryman in on the tackle for Mendota. That will present a second down situation. Call it about 7 yards to go. Football at the 38-yard line. The white-clad, red-lettered Hall Red Devils come up to the line. Ron Starkey with a wishbone set. All is snapped, and Starkey. Third man through is Dominy, and he is stacked up for no gain, maybe even a loss of a yard. Yes, it looks like he'll lose one. coming back to about the 37-yard line.
Right now, Mendota's playing inspired defense. I haven't seen him play defense like this the whole year, and it's the 4th game we've seen him play. Well, to tell you the truth, Ray, we've seen him play here against Princeton, and they played Princeton even for a half, and then Arteaga threw a ball up for grabs at the end of the half, and Kevin Skibinski ran one back for a touchdown.
That hurt him. That really hurt him. And Arteaga usually doesn't throw that interception ball that much. Dominant in motion left side. Starkey in big trouble. Good night at the 30-yard line. That's what you call your veritable plethora of tacklers. Quote a man who wears a carpet for a living. 4:30 left here in the first quarter of play. 7-0 our score. Mendota Trojans out in front. The Hall Red Devils with a 4th down and 15. Punting situation with a wind that is blowing just about at maybe a little bit of a crosswind out of the southeast. Not really what you'd call a cold night, Jim, but chilly.
It's chilly with the wind. When we got here, it was a beautiful night, and then the clouds started rolling in.
Here's the snap, and here comes the boot, end over ender.
That's returnable.
Taken by Worsley at the 45, and he will get no further than the 46. Eric Worsley with good punt coverage that time. Tim Dominy down there on the tackle for the Hall Red Devils. And also getting down the neck of the woods to make a stop for the Hall Red Devils was number 51, Ron Prokop. Prokop getting down there in a big hurry, too. That's what you call a suicide squad guys, right, Jim?
Yep, they did a good job that time. I bet Ottawa wish they had that good of punt return coverage.
Arteaga, the quarterback, it's Countryman on 1st down, and he is up to the 50-yard line. So the Trojans are just picking up chunks and chunks of territory every time they run the football. They have gradually picked up steam.
Well, if Hall wants to stay in this game, they're going to have to start stopping them for about a 2nd and 9, 3rd and 9 kind of situations, and possibly make Arteaga throw. That way they may have a chance.
Arteaga now on 2nd down. We'll call it 7 yards to go. Ollie snap. Hand off to the left side. It's Osadnik, and he was almost one man away from breaking it. He gets to the 44-yard line. Osadnik with a burst of speed and good blocking from the left side of the Mendota offensive line. They got him out to about the 44, maybe the 43-yard line. Osadnik got out of the blocks in a hurry that time. Clock continues to run, coming down to the 3-minute mark left here in the first quarter. It's a breezy night in Mendota. Deuce backfield. Worsley tucked into the right side on the wing back. Rutilio Arteaga, the quarterback. Long count once again. And it's that counter play to Eric Worsley back through the middle, and he slid at about the 30-yard line trying to make a cut. And I think he just lost his footing at the 30-yard line and was brought down over there toward the stop. Credit the tackle to Ron Starkey. Starkey does about everything for that Hall team. Does he take tickets when they're at home?
Right now, Ray, Mendota has 84 yards on the ground, no yards passing. They haven't even attempted to put the ball up yet.
Arteaga, the quarterback, in the deuce backfield once again. It's the pitch coming right side. It's Todd Osadnik. Couple blockers in front of him trying to shag to the outside. 25-20. Osadnik out of bounds. At about, let's see where they're going to mark it. I'd say about the 15-yard line. Dominy had a shot at him, trying to come up with that pursuit at about the 20-yard line, and did get him enough to knock him out of bounds. They will spot the football at about the 17-yard line. That'll be a 1st down and 10 for Mendota there. All credit, though, to Gary Vicini this year, Jim. He's done a heck of a job of restructuring this Hall football program.
Well, right now doesn't have the numbers. He's only had 17 men in uniform for tonight's game, and he's really struggling with those numbers.
It's tough to play with those kind of numbers. You're exactly right. But those are dedicated young men that are out there. Countryman on 1st down to about the 10-yard line, or to the 15, I'm sorry, about the 15-yard line. And evidently a marker down. Or a loose ball. Wait a minute now. I think the ball popped loose, but they are going to call it down.
This we're going to have to
where
watch
we had
the
the pile up at about the 15. Because evidently, I think the ball came loose, and Eric Worsley came up with it. There was a lot of hollering coming from the Mendota side. Pretty good crowd here tonight for a game in late October. Next week, our rolling football caravan will take us to Pontiac. Game between the same Hall Red Devils and the Pontiac Indians. I'd mentioned inadvertently that Hall was closing out their season tonight. Sorry about that. Boy, I tell you, when you're a rookie, you make the mistakes early.
Are we going to play the down all over, I think?
Evidently, that's what's going to happen. Arteaga, the quarterback, with a deuce backfield. Evidently, this one going over again. This is Osadnik,
Big
right
room, he'll
side,
score.
goodbye. Don Osadnik into the end zone, touchdown, Mendota Trojans. Don Osadnik got out of there like a 747 hitting the runway at O'Hare and just took off. Nobody was going to get him.
17-yard run, 57 yards for Todd Osadnik, 6 carries.
Todd Osadnik in there for the touchdown with 1:44 left here in the first quarter. Second Mendota score of the ball game. Now we'll have the extra point attempt coming up from Mike Cooper. Cooper will have the ball planted at about right at the 10-yard line. Here comes the boot. Nice looking chip shot, and he's got it. Cooper gets the extra point. We have 1:44 left in the first quarter. The score, the Mendota Trojans 14, the Hall Red Devils nothing. High school, our score 14-0. The Trojans have come out with a vengeance here in the first quarter of this game as they're getting set to kick off. Football planted on the 40-yard line. Mendota's really come out smoking tonight, Jim.
Well, I'll tell you, I've never seen them play like this. Their seniors must be really playing inspired football, and I was giving them the edge because of that anyway.
Here comes the boot from Cooper. Soccer-style chip shot around Tim Dominy, but it's picked up at about the 18-yard line.
Well, that was Cooper down there leading the way, sticking people, I'll tell you that.
They get back over the 20 to about the 23-yard line, and that's where the Hall Red Devils are going to take over 1st and 10.
And the kicker's not supposed to do that kind of stuff. He's supposed to just tail off toward the sideline.
That's right.
He was right in the middle of it.
He doesn't care. He'll go down there and mix it right up. Hall Red Devils now with the football, needing to get something going here in the first half. Ron Starkey brings him up. Straight eye formation, wideouts to both sides. Ball is snapped, and rolling out is Starkey looking to throw. Hangs it up, open man, complete at the 34, over the 35, and now up to about the 38-yard line before it's all over with. Nice grab out on the right side. And that will be a first down for the Hall Red Devils, and if I'm not mistaken, their first down of the evening. Clock continues to run, 1:13 left here in the first quarter. Trojans out in front of the Hall Red Devils by a score 14-0. Starkey brings him up to the line. Once again, a straight eye formation, wideouts to both sides.
Drop
Starkey
play.
on a draw.
Nothing there.
Oh, did they smell it? Smelled it coming just like it was Mama's home cooking. Trying to take it that time was Mike Posey out of the tailback position, and Posey didn't have a prayer. Mendota defense, swarming defense, was up there in a hurry. Second down. Loss of about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 15. Put the football at about the 33-yard line. There you see the Mendota defense preparing for the next series, and here come the Red Devils to the line. Starkey looks out to both sides, checks the defense, calls the signals with a full house backfield. Ollie snap handoff this time to the right side, and he is spun around and brought down in a hurry. Once again, that's the man that we don't have on our roster, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to check that at halftime. I can
Definitely.
guarantee you that.
Do apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. 5 seconds left. First quarter is going to run out here at Mendota High School, and there it is. That's the end of the first quarter of play. At the end of one from Danier Field in Mendota, our score, the Mendota Trojans 14, the Hall Red Devils nothing is where we are. High school football here on TV 51 tonight. I'm Ray Smith along with Jim Dressback. 14-0 is our score. The Mendota Trojans are out in front of the Hall Red Devils, and the Red Devils have the football. They'll have a third down and about 15 yards to go. And we'll plant the football at about the 34-yard line. Ron Starkey will bring him up to the line. Good-looking ball player at 5'9", 155 pounds worth of senior. Starkey back to throw, has some time, looks over the middle. Great catch at the 45-yard line. Tremendous catch by Mark Wiltsey, a 5'11", 200-pound junior. Held his poise with a man right on him, went up and made the grab and took the hit.
But they're going to be short. But if you're a Hall Red Devil coach, Gary Bassini, I have to say you have to go for it here.
Give it a try at this point, particularly with the Trojans out in front 14-0 and the way they're moving the football. Just underway, second quarter action.
Nope, they're going to punt it.
Punt formation.
But remember, we're getting down there where anything can happen at this time of the football season.
Posey set to boot it away.
There it is.
Now it's the
Option.
fake set, and it is Posey coming to the right side, and he is going to be, I think, a little bit short. I think you're right. Depends on where the officials decide to place the ball, and he is short. They're going to place it short.
But I'll tell you what, it was a great play.
Great effort.
I've never seen anything like that before, an option off a punt formation like that.
Good call by Gary Vicini. I had to agree with it. Give it a shot at that point. That's sometimes what's going to make you or break you in the game of football, if you can take advantage of a possible opportunity. So a good effort by the Red Devils, but the Trojans will take over possession of the football. Arteaga hands it off to Osadnik on the right side, shakes the tackle. He's over the 45 and to about the 42-yard line.
Well, Ray, you were right about that, Arteaga. I really honestly thought Countryman had the ball that time.
He makes that fake that well, because not only does Arteaga do it with his hands, but he'll give you a good head fake as well. That's one of the things that makes this Mendota offense go, because you can really play lame duck with that defense when you do that. Sitting duck was the word I was after. Arteaga on second down, hands it off, counter action coming to the other side. This is Eric Worsley, and Worsley is over the 40. And that's about it. Eric Worsley, sophomore running back for the Mendota Trojans. 2 more years of varsity football ahead of him. Dean Lubbs has to be smiling about that.
And right now he's right about at his year average. He's got 24 carries, 3 yards, 8-yard average here today. And he averages 8.4 a carry.
Deuce backfield with a wing set to the right side. Arteaga, the quarterback, on third down, and we'll call it about a long 3. Ollie snapped through the middle this time. This is Countryman, and he may be close. See him on pile here. They will be a little bit short yet. Let's give him a yard and a half, maybe 2. It'll be 4th down. We'll call it about a yard. 4th down coming up for the Trojans. It's Parents' Night here at Mendota High School. They had the ceremony before the start of the ball game this evening. All the parents of the senior athletes, not only in football, but the outstanding Mendota Spiker volleyball team, which is on its way to the sectional next week at Byron. Arteaga on 4th down and about a yard. Arteaga gives it to Countryman, and the Devils may have stacked him back.
Big play, big play.
Big play defense. The Red Devils coming up with a big stick that time, leading the charge. On that particular play, it looked like Jim Bender was up in there. He was one of the all tacklers that led that charge. Tremendous play. The line just stood him up and drove him back.
Now for the Hall Red Devils offense here, we might see that ball in the air.
It is 14-0. Mendota Trojans out in front with 8:56 left here in quarter number 2. Red Devils with the football. Ron Starkey brings him up to the line with a straight eye formation. Wideouts, single wide out to the left. Wally snaps, Starkey to throw. Now rolling out under pursuit, still rolling out, looks, throws back toward the middle, is picked off at the 45, down to the 40. Still on his feet. 2 men trying to ride him down at about the 38-yard line.
Rick Estes?
Yes, sir. Rick Estes coming up with an interception for the Mendota Trojans, and they will get the football right back. You talk about a rally killer. It looked, just when it looked like off a great defensive play that the Red Devils could pick up some momentum, the interception comes up.
Well, we threw it into a big crowd, and your best bet there is either run out of bounds or throw it away.
Throw it up here toward the top of the truck. We might be able to catch one here. Rutilio Arteaga, quarterback, on 1st down. This is Osadnik on the pitch, coming out to the right side. Has some pursuit, and he's going to be brought down. Coughed up the football, but it went out of bounds. He was ridden down at about the 30-yard line. Good pursuit that time, good lateral pursuit out of the Hall defensive backfield. Heading up that charge was Vince Leone, the captain. Leone coming up there and helping to put a stick on him.
But that time, Ray, the initial pursuit was cut off and let Osadnik get around that corner, and after that, you're going to at least get positive yardage.
Arteaga brings him up to the line on 2nd down and in less than a yard. Deuce backfield, Worsley in motion. Countryman, or rather, Worsley gets the football, and a penalty marker is down. Worsley, I believe, short of the 1st down, and a marker dropped, and this will be the first penalty of the evening. Officials will conduct their meeting. The penalty will be against Mendota on the preliminary indication.
And it's a holding penalty.
Holding call against the Trojans, so the football will be marched back. I know a couple of officials will love to whistle Bridge over the River Kwai when they mark it off like this. Football will come back to about the about the 43-yard line. And the Mendota Trojans have it in Hall territory. 14-0 our score. Mendota Trojans lead at touchdowns by John Countryman and Todd Osadnik.
With the
first quarter.
With the way the Mendota running game's going, I believe they can keep the ball on here and get a first. There's a bad snap, and Hall's going to have it.
Loose ball, and Jim's right. All Red Devils come up with a football. And so another turnover, second turnover of the night, one for each club now.
And that's the second break Hall has gotten here in less than about 5 minutes. They stopped them on 4th down and now a fumble. And now it's up to Hall to take advantage of this mistake.
Red Devils will have it 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line. Ron Starkey brings him up to the line with a deuce backfield, wide out to the near side. Starkey back to throw. Has some time, some good protection. Now has to roll out as he's flushed out. Tries to go to Dominy. That quick popper at about the 41. Dominy couldn't hang on. Maybe underthrew him just a little bit.
And not only did Ron Starkey have to run for his life, he had to run for his life with only one shoe.
Starkey had good protection dropping back. Had some time to throw. Everybody covered at the time, but then was eventually flushed out of there. And Jim was right. He blew a tire coming out to the right side. So it'll be 2nd down coming up here. 2nd down and 10 for the Hall Red Devils from the 42-yard line. Wind's starting to die down a little bit now here at Danier Field. Hopefully it'll stay down.
But I still don't see any stars.
That's right.
That concerns me for some awful reason, because that means there's clouds up above. Clouds mean rain.
That's right. Perchance we're outside in open country here. Ball is snapped. Starkey on the pitch. Gets it to Dominy, and Dominy is in trouble. Brought down at about the 35, maybe the 34-yard line. Mendota defense.
That was number 68 on that play.
Mendota defense reading it well that time as they get to the outside to cover that pitch.
Jeff Sonnengroth, good open field tackle there.
Jeff Sonnengroth, one of 2 on the ball club. It's over there to make the stop. So it'll be 3rd down and plenty. 3rd and about 15 yards to go now for the Red Devils. Ron Starkey brings him up to the line, full house backfield, and Starkey dropped, but he got the handoff away just in the nick of time. And once again, it's our mystery runner up to about the 41-yard line. Oh, brother. I really feel bad about having to say that. His parents are probably throwing tomatoes at the television set right now.
Well, I'll tell you, Ray, I think Mendota defense has the Red Devils offense in the red here for yardage.
4th down, 10 yards to go. Punt formation now as Posey gets into the punt set. Mendota drops 2 men deep. Here's the snap. It's a good one. Here comes the boot. And over-ender coming down toward the left side. And trouble holding out of the football. Worsley and the Hall Red Devils recover it at the 30-yard line. Eric Worsley came up and tried to make a catch on what is a difficult punt to try to catch. That end over-ender. He dropped the football, and the Hall Red Devils pick up another break. Just shy of the 30-yard line and about the best field position they've had on the night so far.
You could kind of tell by the way Worsley reacted to that ball they was going to have trouble with it. The best bet would have just to leave it alone and let it bounce. But he was looking for the big return.
If Hall is an opportunistic ball club, we're going to find out in a hurry. Starkey, the quarterback, with a full house backfield. Ball is snapped. First man through the middle gets the call, and he fights his way for a couple of tough yards. Maybe the 37, and that'd be about it. To the 37-yard line. It'll be 2nd down. Give him about a yard, maybe 2 if you want to stretch it. Play being shuttled in now from Gary Vicini on the sideline. Shuttling the play is Jim Gravetti, 5'9", 145-pound junior. Red Devils coming up to the line. Ron Starkey, the quarterback. Dominy wide of the near side. Man in motion now. Posey coming to the near side. Ball is snapped. Starkey through the middle, decides to call his own number, and he manages to fight his way back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a half a yard gain. We'll see where they spot the football. It looks like about a half a yard, Jim, and that's it.
Oh, it looks like he got back right to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he coaxed a quarter of a yard out of it.
That'd be about it, about a foot. 4:56 left here in the second quarter. 14-0. Mendota Trojans out in front of the Hall Red Devils, but Hall trying to get something going here before halftime, get something on the board. Starkey brings him up to the line. Wishbone said now Dominy steps out of it, goes in motion to the near side. Ball is snapped. Starkey, quick popper, incomplete, intended. And a penalty marker down. We'll get interference coming up here. Pass was intended for Mark Wiltsey. Out to the right side, and he was tripped up. Couple of Mendota defenders over there.
Another break for Hall.
So the Red Devils are getting some opportunities tossed their way. They've got to try to capitalize and get something on the board here. Officials, wait a minute, the officials are talking to the, oh, okay, here comes the mark-off now. It was decoyed by one official talking to 3 Mendota players.
The Mendota players probably wanted to know why it was interference. And it was a blatant trip.
Yes.
Not a blatant trip. And he didn't mean to trip him, but it was a trip. You could see that it was tripped.
And it was an obvious
I hope I understood.
It was an obvious. No, he didn't do it intentionally. It was just one of those that's quite clear to see.
It just happened.
Right. Starkey, the quarterback, first down, ball is snapped. Fullback, first man through the middle, gets the right, and he fights his way for maybe a yard, maybe 2 the hard way down toward the 10-yard line. They'll spot the football at the 11. Mendota High School Trojan band you can see in the background getting ready for halftime. We'll be showing the band performance to you at halftime. Starkey brings him up to the line. Coming down to the 4-minute mark, remaining here in the second quarter. Starkey with a deuce backfield in the wing. Ball is snapped through the middle once again. Spins his way over the 10 and gets down to maybe the 7. Nice little piece of running that time. And folks, as soon as we find out who number 35 is, we're going to brag about him the rest of the night.
Well, I'm on him at halftime. I'll be right outside the Devils' locker room trying to find out who he is, because we don't have him on our roster.
Jim Dressback is nursemaiding the rookie tonight. Yours truly.
That's my assignment at halftime. Find out his number.
Starkey brings him up to the line. Deuce backfield. Here's Dominy in motion coming to the left side. Ball is snapped. The pitch. Reverse now coming back to the right side. It's Dominy. One man from Mendota trying to pick it up. He tries to cut back inside. He may have made his worst mistake right there.
Good play by Kevin Larson to force that back inside. He stayed right with him that time.
Kevin Larson, who was a player that got shook up in last week's game against the Rochelle Hubs, also recovered nicely this week to come back to be able to play some football. Dominy, I thought maybe should have kept running to the outside, but then again, I'm not the one running the football. It's awfully easy to call it from the top of the truck, folks. Awfully easy. So it'll be 4th down and 10 yards to go. All Red Devils have to get inside the 3 for a first down.
Why look for a pass in the end zone here?
I agree with you. Starkey, the quarterback, Dominy in motion coming to the left side. Ball is snapped. It's a pitch. They fake the reverse this time. He is spun around and brought down for a big loss of yardage.
No takers.
Back to about the 18-yard line. So the Mendota Trojans will take over on downs. They'll have the football 1st and 10, albeit deep in their own territory. Inside, they're going to put it at about, looks like the 17-yard line. 17-yard line is where they'll put the football. 2:24 remaining here in the second quarter of play here at Danier Field. Rutilio Artiega brings him up to the line. That's a name that will keep you honest. Deuce backfield. Worsley in motion coming to the right side. Worsley gets the football, and he's got a head of steam to the right side. He's got one man to beat down toward the right sideline over the 50. Worsley still on his feet to the 45 and brought down about the 42-yard line. Eric Worsley, last man coming through that time, got the football. All kinds of running room down the right side. Couple of fine blocks.
And there goes Hall's field position.
And in a hurry. 2 minutes exactly remaining in the second quarter. We're going to get a timeout called by the Hall Red Devils. Timeout on the field. 1:59 left in the second quarter. The Mendota Trojans 14. The Hall Red back here at Danier Field. Mendota Trojans will have the football. Some of the other action in high school football this weekend had Geneseo at LaSalle, Peru, at Howard Fellows Stadium, Kewanee at Princeton, Streeter is at Ottawa, Rochelle at Rock Falls, Sterling at Dixon.
The Kewanee Princeton games for all the marbles.
Ooh. How about that one for a football matchup?
And it's at Princeton. You think that place will be full? There's Worsley again.
Right side, Worsley is over the 40 to about the 38-yard line. And once again, Arteaga, as we've been talking about throughout the course of the evening, Jim, that good fake to Countryman into the middle where it looks like Countryman has the football.
Well, the last time I was up here, I talked to the principal, Bob Cooper, and he said to watch out for that because he's just a master magician with that ball.
Tough on defenses, tough on broadcasters. Arteaga, the quarterback, Worsley in motion to the right side. Counter action, this is Todd Osadnik through the middle, penalty marker down. Osadnik fights his way over the 35, down to about the 30, close to the 30-yard line. But we have a marker down, and the marker's at the 35-yard line.
And when it's thrown in the middle of the field, it's usually holding. Clip that time, though. Excuse me.
That's the indication, clipping. You were a lineman, so you'd know about those holding calls.
I know about holding an awful lot. I've had a few where I held more than once in a game.
At least you had an advantage in high school football. The referee didn't have a microphone attached to him, so at least they wouldn't get the number all over
But
the
if the coach wanted to know, he called him over and asked him.
Then you'd hear about it. Clipping call against the Mendota Trojans, their second penalty of the evening. But both of them have been big ones.
But to tell you the truth, Ray, we had it tougher when I was in high school 5 or 6 years ago. Now in high school, you can push off or with that shimmer. You couldn't do that. You had to keep the hands closed when you were in high school.
Arteaga dumping it out right side, incomplete, intended for Osadnik. At about the about the 44-yard line, if I can spit it out. I'll replace my dentures at halftime, folks. 57 seconds left here in the first half of play. 14-0 is our score. The Mendota Trojans out in front. They have the football. All Red Devils have had their opportunities, Jim.
Well, like we've seen at Princeton with Hall. Hall's moving down the field on a tough Princeton Tigers team, and 2 penalties, a holding or a clipping, and an unsportsmanlike conduct took him right out of a drive.
Arteaga, somewhat of a delayed draw, trying to go to Countryman, and the Hall defense smelled that one out pretty good. And we have a timeout on the field. This one's going to be taken by the Hall Red Devils. 29 seconds left in the first half. Our score, the Mendota Trojans 14, the Hall Red Devils nothing.
Waiting is no fun, especially when it takes...
Trojans out in front of the Hall Red Devils. Glad to have you as a viewer to our broadcast today. Be sure you patronize our sponsors as well, ladies and gentlemen. Tell them you watched the broadcast, and hopefully tell them you enjoyed it.
And a good timeout by Hall. So they're going to make Mendota punt, and they're going to get the ball back with I'd say about 20 seconds, 19 seconds left. Take the ball and pump it up. What do you got to lose? It's your second to last game of the year, and you're out of the title hunt.
Mike Cooper set the punt now for Mendota. Takes the snap, a good one. Kick is a low roller. It's down at about the 35, now to the 30, taking a Trojan roll to about the 28-yard line. So the Hall Red Devils will have one more crack at it with 19 seconds showing on the Daniel Field scoreboard clock. 14-0 is our score. The Trojans lead this one. Mendota looking for their third win of the season. They're 2-6 coming into the action tonight, looking for their second win in the Southwest Division of the NCIC. Boy, things were looking good for Mendota after they pasted Kewanee.
I'll tell you, Ray, that's the one that probably made Mendota's season by beating Kewanee, a team that has a chance to go to the playoffs.
Starkey, the quarterback, on first down, dropping back. Now dumps it over the middle. Screen pass, and he is decked. The lights were turned down at about just about the 30-yard line, and that's going to be the end of the first half of play here at Daniel Field. That's the end of 2 quarters of football. Our score at halftime, the Mendota Trojans 14, the Hall Red Devils nothing. Kick will be coming from the 40-yard line. It's a big burly lineman that's going to put it up in the air.
Tron Batan.
And he hits a knuckleball that'll hit down at about the 20. It's picked up at about the 19 over the 20. This is Countryman to the 25. Countryman bulls his way to the 30-yard line before he's brought down. Posey in on the tackle for the Hall Red Devils. And he got some help also from Ron Prokop. Prokop at 5'11", 180 pounds worth, a junior. Young Hall Red Devil football team. And unfortunately for head coach Gary Vicini, as we've mentioned, not very many numbers out there. Hopefully we can see some better numbers for the Hall Red Devils next season.
Well, let's see what kind of defense they come out playing here. They need to stop them. Not a bad job that time.
Hands it off right side to Osadnik, Todd Osadnik, getting over the 30 up to about the 34, very close to the 35-yard line. So it took a yardage on that first down to make it 2nd and 5.
Again, they needed to stop him with about a 1 or 2 yard gain, 3 at the most, and they just didn't do it.
So they'll bring him up to the line. Rutilio Artiega, the quarterback, with a deuce backfield, a wing back set to the left side. Double tight end alignment. Now Worsley in motion to the right side. Ball is snapped. Worsley the call, right side, head of steam over the 40 and up to about the 45-yard line. Eric Worsley once again with that quick acceleration off a good lead block. And that's a play that all night long for Mendota has worked well.
And it's been working. That time Mendota had their down linemen and their 2 linebackers right up there. They had about 8 men at the line trying to stop that run, and they've been unable to do it here tonight.
It'll be first down now for Mendota. They pick up a first down on that run at about the 44-yard line. Rutilio Artiega, the quarterback, with a deuce backfield, a wing back set to the left side, double tight end alignment. Long count with Worsley in motion to the right side. Ball is snapped, coming to the left side, opposite ways, John Countryman, and Countryman is hit and brought down over the 45, close to the 50-yard line. They'll put it at the 49. John Countryman that time for the Trojans. Some pretty good speed and some pretty good size in that Mendota backfield. We've seen Todd Osadnik was really the star of the game last week for Mendota offensively. Deuce backfield, Artiega on second down and 5. Now Worsley in motion to the right side. Getting the call, Countryman, and the Hall defense.
And that's what Hall needed there, Ray. They needed to stop him just like that.
Read him perfectly that time, and he is brought down for a loss of a couple. That's going to bring the football about the 47-yard line. Good read that time by the interior part of the Hall Red Devil front line. And as you well know, Jim, many football games are won and lost
in the trenches.
Not necessarily in the backfield, but in the trenches. That's right.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Hall is in good shape here. It's about 3rd and 7, and that's what they've wanted all night. Try to make him pass if he does pass here.
Artiega, the quarterback, on 3rd down and 6. Ball is snapped. Artiega to throw. Lets it go. It's going to be intercepted. Nobody there except the Red Devil, and he takes it over the 50 inside of Trojan territory to the 45, and a fumble on the play.
I don't know if he may have fumbled it out of bounds. We'll have to see here.
Trojans are saying that we covered the ball, but no, they're going to give it to the Red Devils. Red Devils will get the football back. That ball was picked off on the far side, I believe, by Randy Bacacci.
And Ray, just what I was talking about, they had pressure on Artiega there, and he threw the ball. He didn't need to throw it. He should have took the sack, and there's a big turnover for the Red Devils.
Bacacci at 5'11", 140 pounds, and a junior. He was just all by himself to take in that football. So the Red Devils get another opportunity.
Good play there by Hall that time.
Very good play. Defense was spread well. Starkey, the quarterback. Ball is snapped. Posey, the call, left side for 1, maybe 2 if you're stretching it. Posey, the call, out to the left side. They are going to give him 1. The football will be spotted at about the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9 at the 43. All Red Devils with the football. We've said it on about their last 2 or 3 possessions. They need to put something on the board. And we'll say it here again.
And these are the big possessions you have to score on, is when someone makes a mistake, and they haven't been able to do it here tonight.
The red helmeted Red Devils up to the line with the deuce backfield. Domini out wide to the near side. Here's Starkey. Quick opener out to the right side. Ball pass is completed out to the right side in the hands of Mark Wilsty. And Wilsty, if he doesn't get the first down, he's awfully close. And it looks like he is just inches shy of that first down. Wilsey made a nice catch that time. Ball came out there in a big hurry. Took the ball and took a pretty solid hit at the same time.
Well, that's that high percentage slant end pass. As I mentioned at the beginning of the program, I thought Mendota should go to more of those passes instead of those slow developing pass patterns.
Full house backfield on 3rd and short. It is a first down. This is Koch to the left side as he spins his way to about the 31-yard line. So that's a first down for the Hall Red Devils, as suddenly Gary Vicini and the Red Devil forces are starting to put something together. They are only down 2 touchdowns. It's 14-0. Lots of football game left. 7:32 left here in quarter number 3. Ray Smith and Jim Dressback with you tonight on TV 51. Our director is Doug Dudek. We'll get to the cameraman in a moment. Full house backfield through the middle. Nothing doing.
Good job by Mendota interior lineman to stuff that trap play that time.
Stayed home that time, going right through the gut. And no go on that one. They say Eric Worsley. Public address announcer Lauren Anderson says Eric Worsley came up with that one. Football is at the 31-yard line.
We have to give Hall credit, Ray. They played wide open football, entertaining football on that punt play. They've been going on 4th down. That's good football.
Tony today and Big John Jeweler, our cameraman tonight, braving the weather with us. Ball is snapped right side, and once again, little flare-out pattern to the right side intended for Domini was way short. Domini impresses me as a football player, Jim. Looks like he's got good speed, pretty good upper body strength, very mobile.
Well, he's been doing something right. He's their captain this year.
Good-looking ball player. There's some good-looking talent on this Hall Red Devil team.
Well, the one that impresses me that'll be back next year is Starkey, the quarterback.
Oh, yes.
He has the tools. He just needs a little polish. And he can do it next year for the Hall Red Devils.
He'll be one we'll have a lot of fun watching next season. Starkey, the quarterback, now with a deuce backfield, wideouts to both sides. Pump fakes, looks again, hangs up a home run ball, and it is intercepted. Let's see if Osadnik held on. Yes. Todd Osadnik holds on for the interception at the 9-yard line. And the Mendota Trojans will take over possession of the football, 1st and 10 from their own 9. Realistically, though, it's almost as good as a good punt.
But with the way the turnover's been going, Hall might not be in bad shape here to get the ball back in decent field position, either by a fumble or a punt, because Cooper's been punting the ball tonight. He's been punting line drives, and those are easily returned.
6:22 left here in quarter number 3. Rutilio Artiega brings him up to the line. This is Todd Osadnik through the middle, is stood up, and he keeps bowling his way ahead. He's over the 10 up to about the 15-yard line. Todd Osadnik for the Mendota Trojans. Coming straight ahead that time. Nothing too much fancy with that play, Jim.
82 yards, 10 carries for Todd Osadnik.
Straight ahead power running.
He just took that tackler on and straightened him up and took him for about 3 more yards. That's a sign of a real good runner.
Artiega brings him up to the line, 2nd down and 4. Football on the 15. Straight I formation now with wideouts to both sides. Ball is snapped. Osadnik tripped up in the backfield. I think about a loss of maybe a half a yard. He might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. We'll have to see.
Well, Ray, I don't know if he was so much tripped up and maybe a little slippery out there, because we were up here a couple of weeks ago and it was very dewy, a lot of moisture on that turf.
You know, there seems to have been a lot of rain this fall, and particularly in this month of October. Hasn't necessarily been on a Friday night per se, but that's enough to get that field good and wet.
It's been throughout the week, and it just soaks in, and it's just there.
Makes for a tacky track, so to speak. Ball is snapped right side, off to the races Osadnik, and he is hit and brought down over the 20. Well, I thought Osadnik might have gotten one more step to the outside, and he would have been running like Seattle Slew to the finish line. Osadnik gets out of those blocks quick. Tremendous acceleration.
And the worst thing that could happen to the Hall Red Devils right now is if Mendota can get that ball control and go down the field on them. That would take up a lot of time. We'd be into the 4th quarter maybe before Hall got the ball back.
We have 4:48 left here in the 3rd quarter. It's 14-0. Mendota leads it. Ball is snapped. Counter back in through the middle, and he is stacked up. He may have gotten ahead for 1.
I'll tell you, Ray, that counter.
Eric Worsley on the carry.
That counter is very easy to detect when you're sitting high above. When you're down there on the field and you see flow going one way, and then this one guy, this little guy usually coming back the other way, it's very hard to detect, the defense to detect that.
Really about the only people that have a shot at picking that up would be your secondary people.
Well, it's up to the lineman that's being trapped to shut that down quick.
This is Worsley in motion. Ball is snapped, and Worsley gets the football, and he's not going anywhere. He stood straight up.
There's another big play by the Hall Red Devils.
Boy, Vince Leone stood him right up that time. 5'9", 175-pound senior.
He lost about 4.
Vince comes out of that linebacker spot, stands him right up. Boy, I think Vince has got the dirtiest uniform of the Hall Red Devils too right now. He gets right down in there.
Well, that defense is getting some confidence back. There's only one problem, Ray. It's very hard to score on defense unless you're the IVCC Apaches.
That's right. And your name may be Sistrunk. Deuce backfield now for Mendota. Ball is snapped, and here comes Osadnik to the near side. Osadnik trying to get up ahead of steam as he crosses the 25, ducks the shoulder down at the 30, and he's knocked out of bounds just in front of us here at about the 30-yard line. Todd Osadnik coming out to the left side. Once again showing us that good acceleration. Tried to dip that shoulder down, tried to bang it over the 30, but couldn't do it. Did get it up to the 30, though, for a 4th down It'll be about 4 yards to go, and that's going to bring on Mike Cooper, the punter.
And here we're talking about line drive punts. We'll see what kind of punt Cooper gets off here.
Right into the teeth of an October wind. Good snap. Here comes the kick. And over-ender hits at the 15. Return it's at the 44. Posey is decked right at about the 44-yard line. Posey hit by Todd Osadnik.
Well, Sadnik's doing it all here tonight.
Sure is.
The next time he'll carry the ball, he'll most likely go over the 100-yard mark. He's got 96 yards, 13 carries right now. We'll see what can Hall. If
Pudge Songroth got up there also for Mendota.
We'll see if Hall can get something going here now.
I like that nickname, Pudge. Pudge is the guy you say is a fire plug that walks like a man. He's got that fire plug build to him. You want to talk about tough.
Watch out for a home run ball here.
Dominant in motion, left side. Pitch, a reverse now to Koch. Back to Starkey. This is the flea flicker, home run ball with the man there, and it is caught and dropped at the 13-yard line. Pass intended that time.
That was borderline interference there almost, Ray.
Brett McKee running the left side. Had a man with him, Todd Osadnik, going down all the way. And McKee and Osadnik going up about the same time, and as Jim said, very close call. The old flea flicker. Boy, that's a play that's always fun to watch.
Well, it's a little slow developing, but you can expect that maybe from high school players. You're so used to the pros running it, like Bartkowski and Danny White and those kind of goes, and it's boom,
How about
boom,
the Bears
boom.
last week?
Yeah, boom, 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 and fling, and it's a touchdown.
Starkey, quick open to right side. Nice catch. Made it about the 40. Tries to shake a tackler, and he can't get away at the 35-yard line. Pass caught. Mark Wiltsey to the right side. Every time that they have thrown that little look-in pattern to Wiltsey, he's managed to make some fine catches.
It's been successful the whole night. I wouldn't be surprised if they go to it 2 or 3 more times here in the fourth quarter.
First down for the Red Devils. Clock continues to run. 2 minutes and 34 seconds left in quarter number 3. 14-0.
And they really need a score here, the Red Devils.
Trojans out in front. Hall, though, is mounting a drive. Starkey brings him up to the line with a deuce backfield. Wide out to the near side and Dominic. While he snaps Starkey.
There it is
through
again.
the middle. It's once again Wiltsey, but this time he couldn't hang on. The pass turned him around a little bit. Turned him back to where he was almost face-to-face with Starkey, and just could not hold on.
Ray,
he is hobbling just a little bit as he comes back toward the huddle.
Ray, I might be guessing here, but Gary Vicini may have a play in a playbook where he pump fakes to Wiltsey once, and he may go deep. We'll see if we can see that, if there is such a play.
Your calls have been pretty accurate so far tonight. Called that home run ball out to the left side. Full house backfield, now Dominic in motion to the left side to set up a twin set. Ball is snapped. This is Koch spinning his way through the middle over the 35. He's down to about the 34-yard line. Steve Koch, a sophomore. I believe I have that first name right.
Yeah, that's right.
Steve Koch.
That's the one I got out of the locker room.
One of the 3 sophomores that has been brought up to the varsity for the Hall Red Devils this evening. Koch did a pretty nice job in that first half of play. Steve Koch, also number 59, Andy Westrom, and number 74, Dave. I'm going to take a stab at a Bogatitis. Hold your tomatoes, please. Starkey, the quarterback, on 3rd down and 9, looking to throw left side. Throws it out there, and it is intended for Brett McKee, but incomplete.
Don't worry, Ray. You'll get used to these names when we get into basketball.
I'm too used to those simple ones like Smith. Or Smythe, as a few people like to call me. Intended for Brett McKee, left side. Brett just couldn't hold on. He needed some of that Frank Biletnikoff stickum. Fred Biletnikoff stickum. Boy, I can't even get that name right tonight. Oh, brother. They say Freddie Biletnikoff made a living on that stuff. Put about a half a gallon of that on each hand. 1:35 left in the 3rd quarter. It's 4th down 9 now for the Hall Red Devils. Pump fakes, and here comes that home run ball that Jim was talking about. Incomplete, intended for Mark Wiltsey. They double-teamed him all the way down the field. Pass came down about the 8-yard line. Wiltsey claiming that he was bumped, and I really can't blame him.
Well, he was bumped, but the official may have ruled that the ball would never been able to have been caught.
Not a catchable football, so thus no interference.
That's a better way of putting it.
I have my little dictionary here, so some of these I can look up. So it'll be 1st down now. The ball goes over to the Mendota Trojans on downs, and they'll have it in their own territory. 1st and 10 at about the 35-yard line. Rutilio Artiega brings him up. 2 touchdowns on the board, and that's the margin of the ball game right now. Worsley in motion to the right side. Ball is snapped. This is John Countryman over the 35, and he's up to about the 39-yard line, right in front of us. John Countryman for the Mendota Trojans, the purple 44. And he'll pick up about 4 yards on the play. It'll be second down. We'll call it a lean 6 at the 44-yard line. Pretty good crowd here tonight for senior night. Trojans have the football. I'm sorry, Jim, go ahead.
Again, the situation is in Mendota's favor on 2nd and 2nd.
To the outside, and it's ahead of steam for Todd Osadnik. He's got 1 man to beat. Osadnik is down to the 30, and he's finally run out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. Todd Osadnik rolling out to that right side. Once again, he got off on a quick jet. Got those jets going and got out to the right side. Only had 1 man to beat. The man who came back and got him was Ron Starkey. Starkey came up with a tackle that time, and he had to make a heck of a play to do it. So the Trojans once again break a big run and set themselves up in excellent position with a first down deep in Hall territory at about the 30-yard line. Artiega brings him up to the line. With the deuce backfield, wide out to the far side. That's Worsley now coming in motion. Ball is snapped. This is Countryman through the middle with a big hole, and he is over. He's over the 20, down to about the 18-yard line. A little tough to read those yard markers at the angle, but I believe he's over the 20 to about the 18. So John Countryman that time coming through the middle. They come off a run from Osadnik, and they send Countryman in. So it'll be another first down for Mendota. First down and 10. Artiega bringing him up to the line. Artiega with the long count this time. Ball is snapped. Left side, it's John Countryman, and Countryman fights his way inside the 10. Or inside the 15, I should say. He's inside the 15 to maybe the 13-yard line. So Countryman into the 13-yard line. And it'll be a second down. And
there's some impressive rushing numbers being put on the board here by Mendota. Countryman, 13 carries, 57 yards. Osadnik, 14 carries, 122 yards. And we'll get back to it in the 4th quarter.
That's the end of 3 quarters of play at Danier Field. Our score, the Mendota Trojans 14, the Hall Red Devils this evening here on TV 51. Ray Smith, Jim Dressback with you. Getting set for 4th quarter action. Gary Vicini out there having a few more words before he comes back to the sideline with a Hall defense. A Hall defense that once again is finding themselves getting backed up to the wall. Mendota with 2 touchdowns on the board. That's been the margin ever since the end of the 1st quarter. John Countryman and Todd Osadnik have the scores so far tonight. It's a deuce backfield now for Mendota with a wingback tucked into the right side. Wide out to the far side. Ball is snapped. Getting the call is Osadnik. Running room in through the middle. Fights his way. Touchdown, Mendota Trojans. Todd Osadnik coming back through the middle that time. Made 1 cut back toward the inside and then just scampered to the end of the line, which is known as the goal line. He's in for the touchdown. That makes it 20-0 now with the Trojans out in front. And the extra point attempt by Mike Cooper will be coming up, and that touchdown, as far as the Hall Red Devils' chances are concerned, really hurt. So Mike Cooper is on there. Kevin Larson will make the hold at the 10-yard line. Ball down, kick on the way by Cooper, and he drilled it again.
We got a roughing the kicker too.
And a penalty marker down on the play as Cooper went down after he drilled the extra point right through the uprights for his 3rd straight.
And that should be tacked on to the kickoff, I believe.
That'll be coming up at the kickoff for roughing the kicker, and that appears to be what the call is. So the Trojans are back on the board again. Our score with 11:53 left in the football game. The Mendota Trojans 14, the Hall Red Devils nothing.
21.
Are you tired of throwing your hard-earned...
Dressback, it is 21-0. The Mendota Trojans are out in front of the Hall Red Devils tonight. Oh, to get the sea legs back. I haven't done this in a while. Good to be with you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Looking forward to a long association with you, Jim Dressback, and the entire crew over at TV 51. This is going to be a lot of fun. 11:53 left here in the contest tonight. Mike Cooper will put it up from the 40. The penalty was assessed. They put the ball on the 45-yard line, skips away and goes into the end zone. Posey trying to field a 2-hop kickoff. The second hop went right over his head. He didn't have a chance at it. So it goes into the end zone for a touchback, and the Hall Red Devils will have it 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. The 11:52 left here in the football game, and the Hall Red Devils, needless to say, have to pick up ground and pick up those points in a hurry.
In big territory. I got some Mendota rushing stats here. They've carried the ball 36 times for 260 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. The only time they threw the ball, they lost 7 yards, so they're just better off running.
Hall Red Devils with a football. Starkey brings him up to the line, 1st and 10 from the 20, and this is Posey to the right side, and he stood up. Posey had a good head of steam coming off that handoff, but he was stood straight up that time. We can get a look at who got a hold of him that time. Okay.
Might have been 57 and number 76 were over there.
Both of them getting in on that play. Brian Schultz over there for the Mendota Trojans. And also Mike Shawn got over there in on that play. So the Trojan defense reacting that time, but they did pick up 5 yards out of it, 2nd down, and we'll call it 5 yards to go. Football at the 25-yard line. Starkey, the quarterback. The deuce backfield, ball is snapped. Posey, good night. Holy smokes, Kevin Larson coming in that time on a cornerback blitz, and he just took him out. Kevin Larson on a stop that time, and Posey is kind of hearing the bees in his bonnet right now as he went down to one knee for a little bit. Now he gets back up and goes to the huddle. 3rd down, loss of 5, or a loss of about 4 actually. It'd be 3rd down and 9 yards to go. Football at about the 21-yard line. Starkey, the quarterback, single wide out to the near side. There's a snap through the middle, spinning his way, I believe, is Koch over the 25 to about the 26-yard line. Steve Koch, I believe that was. So he spun his way over. Yes, it is. And he got over the 25.
Ray, it looks like Mendota defensive line is just beating the Hall offensive line. It's just the Hall offensive linemen, they don't look very crisp.
Hall's going to take a timeout and talk it over. 10 minutes and 7 seconds left here in the football game. Our score, the Mendota Trojans 21, the Hall Red Devils nothing.
This football game is brought to you by State Representative Dick Martino, the representative that brings 5 terms of seniority and legislative experience to the state capitol on behalf of the citizens of the Illinois Valley. Re-elect Dick Martino. Government is a tough business. Martino is a tough legislator. They go together. Re-elect State Representative Dick Martino, 74th District, Democrat. Paid for by the committee for Martino.
Daniel Field, Mendota High School. Our score 21-0. The Mendota Trojans out in front by 3 scores. 3 scored how many years ago? I don't know. In front of the Hall Red Devils this evening. The Red Devils trying to get something going here, get their first touchdown of the game on the board, and they've only got 10 minutes to try to get back into this one. But it can be done. I've seen it done. Punt formation, Posey takes a good snap. Here comes the boot. End over ender, going to hit down at about the 45, takes a Red Devil roll over the 45 in Mendota territory, over the 40 and down to about the 36-yard line. Nice punt by Mr. Posey. Had some good toe into that one just when they needed it to drive the Trojans back into their own territory, and now Mendota will take over. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line, and one thing on Dean Love's mind right now, eat up some time.
That's right, and I'll tell you, not to change the subject or anything, Ray, I've seen too many comebacks to start saying somebody's won the game with 9:45 left. I've seen LP almost come back against St. Bede this year, and we've seen LP come back against Ottawa.
Here's Arteaga calling the signals. Checks both sides. Ball is snapped and getting the call. Countryman through the middle, and he is ridden down after a gain of 5, maybe 6. Getting up through the middle that time. A couple of tacklers in on the stop that time for the Hall Red Devils. And a timeout on the field. Mendota calls a timeout. Mendota calls time here. That's surprising. 9:19 left here in the football game. Our score, Mendota 21, the Hall Red Devils, nothing. In your field, our score 21-0. The Mendota Trojans out in front. Surprised me a little bit that Dean Loves would take a timeout here.
That was an interesting timeout. Maybe
he must have seen something he didn't like
or something like that.
Evidently.
Well, they may try to burn him. There's a lot of men up in front.
Artiega through the middle this time. Getting the call is John Countryman. Believe it was Countryman anyway. No, I'm sorry. Todd Osadnik got the call through the middle that time, and Osadnik got the first down over the 50, or rather not over the 50. I'm reading my yard lines wrong. It's to the 48-yard line. They're a couple of yards away from Red Devil territory. Red Devils in the road uniform tonight. It's the white jersey with the red lettering, silver piping, silver pants with the red and white piping along the sides, the red helmets with the white and silver crest. Artiega on first down and 10 from the 48-yard line, their own territory. Worsley in motion, markers all over the place.
I think that was Cooper in motion that time. A little too quick that time.
It's coming back toward the left side, and we'll get the call here. Dead ball infraction against the Mendota Trojans, so we'll see a 5-yard mark-off coming here. They're going to get him for illegal procedure.
And again, the advantage has to go to Hall here because it's going to be 1st and 15. But if I was Dean Loves, I want to keep the ball on the ground, and I'd want to stay away from throwing it.
Jim Bender back into the ball game for the Hall Red Devils. 21-0 our score. Mendota leads it. They have the football. First down and 15. Artiega hands it off through the middle, and he is just stacked up. Big stack up of Hall Red Devil defensive shirts that time. Todd Osadnik getting the call, coming back through the middle, and did not get anywhere. It'll be second down and 15, or second down and 14. He did pick up a yard on that. Second and 14 for Mendota. Clock continues to run, and that's exactly what the Trojans want to do here. Artiega brings him up to the line. Deuce backfield. And a long count. All this snap, getting the call, running room right side as he is up over the 50 in the Hall territory at about the 49-yard line.
That was number 39
that time, is a new runner we've got into the football game. That's right, it looked like a 35 at first glance. But getting into the ball game that time, carrying it out toward the right side, Craig Kellen. And he picked up a chunk of yardage coming out to the right side. Todd Osadnik has been replaced in the ball game by Kellen for a while. Ball is snapped coming left side this time. And he is hit and ridden down over the 50 to about the 48-yard line. So it'll be 4th down.
That was 27.
Coming up now for the Trojans.
Who was that? That was Chion that time.
Mike Sean that time for the Mendota Trojans.
Sean, is it?
Sean, yes.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right. Hey, I've messed up enough tonight. We need to even the score a little bit. Punt formation. Mike Cooper sets up this one for the Mendota Trojans. There's the snap. Good one. Here comes the boot. Solid shot by Cooper. Driving Posey back. Ball rolling toward the end zone. He's going to let it go. Into the end zone for a touchback. And so the Hall Red Devils will have the football now. We have 6:44 left in the football game. The Mendota Trojans 21. The Hall Red Devils nothing.
Who work well. When they're feeling pretty, they do. Get your silky and shampoo and conditioner come in. It's funny. Dry on Monday, limp on Tuesday. The Silky and suggests to make my hair beautiful every day of the week. I don't know how it works, but it's never missed yet. Silky, because you're always in the mood to feel beautiful.
Wet Gold, starring Brooke Shields and Burgess Meredith, will continue in a moment.
An ABC News Brief brought to you by Michelob Light Beer. Now from Washington, Tom Gerald.
Good evening. Just 1 year after the U.S. invasion of Grenada, thousands of Grenadans today dedicated the Point Salem International Airport, which was begun by the Cubans as a military base and finished by the U.S. to boost the island's tourist trade. In Jerusalem, 3 Jewish youth were arrested after a rocket hit a bus carrying 40 Arabs. 1 passenger was killed. It was in retaliation for the murders of 2 Israelis last week. Throughout Poland, thousands attended masses for Father Jerzy Paparushko, who was kidnapped by 3 policemen and reportedly murdered for his anti-communist views. Now this.
Michelob Light, super premium taste in a less filling beer.
Michelob Light, oh yes you can have it all.
Although he's slipping in the latest polls, Walter Mondale confidently predicted today he will win the election on November 6th. More later on the ABC News Weekend Report.
If you have the dubious honor of telling your boss the copier's broken,